Hey everyone, welcome back to more of Lost Isle. And we're going to be starting off level 2 in this part. Hopefully I'm just going to just get the item in this place. I'm not going to bother completing this level yet because it's a very long level. Okay, you'll notice the map. It says light here, and you'll see what relevance that has to this place. Basically makes this level very confusing. Alright, nothing on here yet. You'll notice that switch in the upper left corner. Beginning of that in due time. And yes, crystal switches. So yeah, that's gonna be fun to deal with. And you get your first taste of Pole's voice. And these are rather annoying to take up because I believe air mechanics apply to this quest, so you can't hit them when they're jumping. Now there's a lot of dead ends here right now because you can't really do much, which I guess that's a good thing. You can't stray too far out of the way. And lots of grass for refills. Always good to get that. Yeah, there's just a lot of dead ends in this place. So you're just gonna probably be stumbling into most of these. May not be such a bad idea to draw a map, just to at least get your bearings straight. Like where you're even going. There's a magic jar underneath this platform. Maybe that's why it just popped up there. Probably just take a look around this place. I'm not sure how long it took to actually create this dungeon. I mean, to make sure everything works correctly, because this is a very confusing place. Okay, you want to snipe me, I can snipe you back. Because I have that ability as well. Okay, this room you want to make a good note of for later on. Get all my hearts back there. I mean, I got plenty of arrows to use up. Just throw some out. And a pretty simple wall to bomb here. Although I don't think this really leads to anything. Yeah, just more bombs. Well, at least this is convenient. Yeah, it takes you back to the start. Yeah, this level is actually pretty difficult. So, I mean, if you can at least hang around in these grassy areas, then you're probably okay. At least you got refills. The first step is to get to the, that one switch on the right there. So you're just gonna kinda have to walk around this place a little bit. And Again, a lot of this we can't do anything about yet, so just make mental notes of all this. Yeah, this is just one big labyrinth, so probably gonna be struggling in here for a little bit. Alright, pick up the compass, which is pretty much useless in this place. Now, this piece of heart you can't get yet. You can kind of guess what you're going to need to trigger that switch. Which is okay, because I'm going to take another trip here anyway. I'm going to just get the item in this place and go. So just kind of work your way around this corner. Doesn't really mean much right now, but I'll show you what that means. Just a little bit. And that's kind of the gimmick of this place. Take this portal up to the upper section. I guess that's a convenient shortcut back. Yeah, these flowers, you can't do anything with yet. Actually, not for a good while. Okay, so here you can actually reach the switch. So we gotta make our way back to the start now. So the big gimmick of this place, you notice these blocks are blocking this thing. So if you notice the little grass hanging over the walls, that's kind of a little pointer that you can actually go over this. So if you actually fall down this hole, you're actually going to be taken to the other side of this place. The dark side, which is basically a mirror image, I believe. It's a mirror image of the light side. Yeah, like that makes things any clearer. So eventually you're gonna make your way over to this corner, which has Crystal Orb. It's the first of many of these. So it's gonna, as with other Zelda games, flip the two directions. Now the thing is, it flips it in, like the blue blocks are up on this side, but if you go on the light side, the blue blocks are actually down. So it does the opposite. So it's kind of hard to understand that. So just make your way back to the light side. So this is how you're gonna get, to and from, each side. Actually, this one, even the border is like red now. I think, wasn't it blue when I started this level? And now it's red. Alright, you want to go right first. Anything in this corner? Just 5 arrows. Just leave that there. Kinda want to come in with a good stock of arrows, just use as ammo. This floor here kind of points you at something. And I can't do anything with that. Alright, so we're just gonna have to go over on this side. Again, you notice the kind of grass hanging over the walls there. Kind of your cue is what you can do. And you're gonna have to make this long, winding path because you gotta find a crystal orb somewhere. Well, not that I need any magic. But magic will play a big part in this level. And it's gonna kind of take a while to kind of figure out what to do with this. Now, as long as you can keep your hearts up, it's, more manageable. Now, the crystal switch here, kind of hard how it's defined. But now it's red on this side. I mean, I'd have to look into it a little bit how the borders are defined in this. again, drawing some notes might actually help you with this place, because it's just way too confusing to really understand this. Nothing down there. I didn't really fully explore this upper area yet. And nope, just more magic. Nothing I really need. Kinda hard to explain what really happens, like you're just falling into what? An abyss, or then the other side you just fall into the sky or something? It's like hard to explain what's even going on. Okay, now they got red blocks down. So we can actually do some work on this side. Got a portal there. And I think you actually access it from this, but nothing's happening yet. And I probably actually that bush there probably has something under it. Just looks suspicious. I don't think there's much I can do on this side. Probably have to approach from that other portal. And this green thing, let's see, what does this do? I think this is supposed to be like a magic recharge room. So you probably can just go in and out of that room, and I would think those would respawn since they were at least, even regular souls, because I can't take them out in one hit. Just gotta find a crystal orb. Good thing there's one up here. Probably the color of the border refers to what color this orb is. But again, which side is up and which side is down is still pretty confusing because it's the opposite. Actually, maybe if the red orb, you have the red orb here, the red blocks are up. Because on the other side it'd probably be, blue blocks are up. Now this switch, I think, it makes the portal appear, but if I remember, I think you want to switch the blocks again. Because I have the wrong color down. So I don't want red blocks up. That'd be too easy to do that, so, might as well, make the player do as much work as possible. So you're just gonna make him flip the blocks again. This should be correct. Yeah, if you look at that lower left corner, you want those red blocks down. It's gonna save you a lot of headache later on. Easiest way to deal with this room is just to kind of edge spam. Okay, this room, you got that weird plant in the center. Probably just want to try to get rid of the bats first, actually. Give me some space. So what you want to do is kind of get on the side. So, you know, if you get close enough, it's going to try to pull you in like a, you know, conveyor belt. So what you want to do is get a bomb. And then once you get pulled in, you know, enough, then you lay the bomb. And you don't have to get it that close. I mean, if you get it about here and you lay the bomb, you should get the... You should be able to blow up the head, like, every time. That's the easiest way to do it, because you have just enough space to maneuver around. And yeah, all this work just for a single key. Yeah. Yeah, dude, you're gonna work your butt off in this place. And this takes you back to the start, and, you know, again, make sure you get the key. And I'm gonna have to flip the blocks because I think I need the blue blocks down. See, so here you have the blue border, that means the blue blocks are up. So I guess the color of the border is gonna kind of represent which block is gonna be facing up. I guess you can put it that way. So here you have the red border, so which means all the red blocks will be up. Which is good for me, because I need the blue blocks down. Now, I think if you go this way... that switch, I think, is a shortcut. But I don't think we get to that for a good while. And this is just like the beginning, I think. Yeah, it is like the same thing as the beginning. But if you actually look, the blue block is down there. You actually want it to keep it that way so you can get into that door up there. Just an FYI. Now this is actually pretty easy to miss. You know, you're gonna just kind of go right by this. But if you notice this, it's kind of subtle, but the grass does kind of hang over the edge of this, so you can actually go down this way. It's pretty easy to miss this. And this is even more obscure, because it looks like you're blocked here. But if you kind of get to the right as far as you can and then start moving up, you're actually going right underneath the kind of upper platform here. And that's just very easy to miss. Unfortunately, you have to know that's there. Otherwise, you're gonna get stuck. So this one's just a matter of swapping the blocks a little bit. But you can kind of see how it works. See, if you have the red borders, the red blocks are up. And then if you have the blue borders, the blue blocks are up. So yeah, you want to make sure you maintain it this way. You want the blue blocks up on this side. Yeah, using a lot of arrows here because that's probably your best weapon in this place. I don't think there's anything this way. Yeah, I gotta love the slash attack because it makes handling those dark nuts much easier. All that just for 5 arrows. Nothing up here. But you actually can fall off this right side. And I'll take you over to this upper area. Now you got a portal here, and that's what, again, you want the blue blocks down, which actually you have to have it that way anyway to get to this portal. But this will take you over to the upper area of this room. So this is nice and convenient for you. Open up a little shortcut there. Maybe that's so if you don't have a key, you gotta make sure you have that key with you. Otherwise, you're gonna have to go the other way, get that other key, and then you have to backtrack this way, and at least you have the shortcut. Okay, this room. You're gonna have Wizrobes to fight. At least that's what these things I think are supposed to be. Easiest way is to, again, kind of line them up. And then just use your, attack them from below. Make life easy for you. And this is where you find the item. Again, make sure you have an extra key with you. Oh man, this took long enough to get. Like 30 minutes right now just to get the item of the dungeon. And probably only like a fraction through this place, because now you're gonna have to start playing around with the wand to get around the rest of this place. Alright, so I'm gonna, at this point, use the rod, because there's actually a lot of stuff you can actually explore outside of this level. So I'm probably gonna start, scooping up items, make this level easier. So I'm gonna, next part I'm gonna actually leave the level and just start scouting around to find some goods. and then we'll go from there. Alright, see you guys later.